Yo, what's up guys, it is Seahawks Area back with another video. Today I'm giving you the craziest sports moments I've ever witnessed. Surprisingly, there's some college football in here. There's some baseball, very little football, and there's no Seahawks moments at all. Because I'm trying to do one without Seattle football in it, but there's Mariner moments in it. So enjoy the video and go Hawks. Alright, to start things off with an honorable mention, we got the Rams-Chiefs game from 2018. It's definitely really crazy, but I just talked about it like twice recently, so I don't want to, have a whole segment of it again, but I mean, 10 touchdowns between Mahomes and Goff, 54-51. The two best teams from the league that year, without a doubt, just producing the greatest game in NFL history. I hate the Rams with every fiber of my being, but I will not discredit that game. I wish they would have lost, but they didn't. They produced the best game in league history, and it was just madness for 5 hours. How can you not love a game like that as well? Now to start the real list, at number 5, we got when Cal Raleigh ended the Mariners' playoff drought, the longest in MLB history at the time. 22-year drought, or something like that. On a, 2-1 pitch, sends it yard. 2-1 win over the Athletics. Seattle really needed that. I haven't been watching baseball for the longest time. 2022 was like the real first year I paid attention to it, and man, I don't think I could have picked a better one to start really caring as much. But man, Cal Raleigh, he gave Seattle what they needed that night, that year. The crowd went bizarre. They went nuts. Dave Sims was going crazy in the booth. Rick Riz was going crazy in the booth for radio. The video reactions I've seen about it on TikTok, YouTube, the emotion that it captured that night, and then going to the game the very next day, the crowd was just still like, they loved everything about it. Just a moment you can never forget watching live, and then going to the game the very next day. It was just a surreal 24-hour span. Number 4 is a college event, and it's when Kenneth Walker put belt to ass on Michigan in 2021. 197 yards and 5 touchdowns in their 37-33 victory over Michigan. One of the first real college games I watched, and I said this in a recent video, but I told my dad after that game, I want that to be the Seahawks' next running back. I wanted him so bad. And coincidence, it came true. But wow. Yeah, he was straight up unstoppable that entire year. Should have won the Heisman probably, but he didn't because running backs are disrespected. But just, you couldn't stop him that day. You really couldn't. And it just being a rivalry game on top of that just made it so much better. A better watching experience for America. And also because Michigan losing, it's always fun, I guess. But yeah, just a bulldozing, bruting game from Kenneth Walker. Literally had Michigan State on his back for that entire game and season as well. He had like over 2,000 rushing yards, 30-something rushing touchdowns, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But just that game was just... How did you not stop him the first 4 times, Michigan? He had like a 58-yard clinching touchdown in the 4th quarter. Also, MMG's video about that game, one of the best videos I've seen from him. One of the best moments he's probably ever had. And one of the best and craziest sports moments I've ever seen in my life. Right there on that day in November 2021. Number 3, back-to-back college event. It's when Michigan and Ohio State had their huge brawl after the game in November 2024. I'm pretty sure it was a Michigan player planting the flag on Ohio State's logo after they stunned America, and then Jack Sawyer grabbed it, like, right out of his hand, just snatched that thing right out of his hand, and then a war started. Police got involved. Pepper spraying was happening. I think like 3 fights in general broke out. Like the first one, it got calmed down, and then another one happened. And I'm pretty sure, it's now a felony to plant a flag on Ohio State's football field logo. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read something about that. If that's true, that's such. But yeah, and then the commentating on it was great. They didn't send it to commercial or anything. One of the rare times, again, when I watch college football, it seems to be like every time I decide to watch college football, something great happens. So maybe I should watch it more. But yeah, man, Ohio State lost their shit after Will Howard couldn't get the job done. But man, as a Ohio State and Michigan hater, like I really didn't care about the game. I cared about the fight more because I don't know, I just like sport fights, I guess. But man, Ohio State did not let up. They had more energy and competitiveness in the fight than the game. So yeah, the game's fight comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we got when the Mariners had that huge playoff comeback against the Blue Jays, October 8th, 2022. Down 8-1 in the 5th inning, and we win 10-9. Fantastic choke job at the hands of Toronto. Another reason why Cal Raleigh's just the GOAT among men, and why he owns the shit out of the Blue Jays. He was owning them that entire series, but Santana's homer, a bunch of RBIs by France, Frazier, Raleigh, and then Julio catching the game-clinching catch in center field to send us to Houston, where we would get swept. But just how do you choke that? How do you choke an 8-1 5th inning lead, Blue Jays? How do you do that? But thanks for doing it again against your daddy, Cal Raleigh, and the Mariners in general. But just very iconic for the Mariners franchise, because we never see stuff like this, truly. At least since I've been watching, we haven't really. But yeah, I was at the mall when this was all happening, and I was in a pro store for Seattle sports, and they just turned the game on, and it was 8-1, and I was like, there ain't no way this is happening. Like an hour later, in the car going home, I turned the game on a very legal website, and then all of a sudden, we're coming back, and I'm like, hold up, what the hell is happening? And I watched the rest of the game, and my jaw is on the floor. I'm just like, I can't believe this just happened. Can't imagine what, the diest of diehard Mariner fans that have been there since the first ever game felt like. But I was speechless. My jaw was on the floor. I was carrying it behind me. I was walking literally anywhere the rest of the day. And I was stuttering when I was trying to talk, looking at the box score, looking at the highlights that I missed before I turned the game on, just like, what just happened? One of the greatest moments in Mariner history, possibly, at least in recent memory, but doesn't compare to what number 1 is going to be. And coming in at number 1 for the craziest sports moments I've ever witnessed, The first ever Mariners game I went to, August 9th, 2022, when the Mariners and Yankees went into 13 innings and the Mariners won 1-0 to get their 60th win of the season. What a first game to go to for the Mariners and baseball in general. This game was like 4 or 5 hours, something like that. Started at like 7:10 and then didn't end till damn near midnight. My voice was gone for 2 days after that. Garrett Cole versus Luis Castillo, allowing 7 total hits that whole game. Like, my dad warned me, like, this was going to be, like, one of the best pitching games to see. He wasn't wrong, though we were gone for, like, almost 2 innings trying to get food. But once we came back, like, I mean, if you love pitching, this game was for you. I don't know if I'll ever see another game that's like this. I'm pretty sure Luis Torrens or something came in pinch hitting for, after Kelenic, it was Santana, and then for whatever reason Matt Brash was hitting. So technically Luis came in to pinch hit for Brash. But another game where I was speechless because I, couldn't talk. And then the funniest part about it is we went with a family friend who is a Yankees fan, so I was just trashing him like the entire drive home, practically. He probably got tired and annoyed of it, but I simply didn't care because that was like the coolest thing I've ever witnessed. I don't think anything could ever top an experience like that. For me, at least, because I don't go to a lot of sporting events. I love going, but at the same time, I prefer just to watch it on a dad. But yeah, craziest sporting event I've ever witnessed was August 9th, 2022. And also right there, Yankees. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. And turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!